boots and bonnets. We have Mariela Ariel, is retired from being a machine shop owner who contracted through the United States government. She's a member of the Italian Peninsula Club. Finally, for our queen speeches, we will have Milka Kusar.
Once upon a time, in a beautiful far-off land, Pioneer, there lived a beautiful ballerina princess, and she was modest too. The beautiful ballerina princess lived with her 7 siblings and shared a room with her younger sister. And you know, that little sister always left her spurs on the floor. What kind of castle has spurs on the floor? The beautiful ballerina danced and danced for years and years for the Sacramento Ballet. Ever since she was a little girl, she dreamed she'd be the best ballerina that ever lived in Amador County. But alas, she was a damsel in distress, of course. That is, until one day, she met a tall, dark stranger. He was a little skinny, and frankly, a little smelly. But he was a real stud. Well, actually, he was more of a 16-hand bay gelding thoroughbred. But he really was skinny. The tall, dark stranger's name was Shiloh. I know, right? Straight out of a romance novel, Shiloh and the Ballerina. Shiloh and the ballerina used to take long walks together. He was so strong, he carried her the whole time. And he was barefoot. During these long walks, they would talk about many things. He would talk about how he'd been English his whole life, and she would talk about how she had done ballet all of hers. One, Shiloh seemed very sad. Why the long face? She asked. But she knew what he was thinking. He did not want to be a ballet dancer. He didn't mind pointing his toes. And he even wore the tutu a couple times. But he really did have 2 left feet, that poor boy. She would do almost anything for Shiloh. But could she really give up ballet? Pirouette, schmirouette. For you, Shiloh, for you, I will hang up my slippers and pull on some cowboy boots. But the tiara, now the tiara, that doesn't come off so easily. But Shiloh promised they would work together. He would go western, and soon she would have an even bigger tiara to wear. One so big, she would have to have a big hat and big hair to go with it. But she was scared. What if I fail? But she was so in love with Shiloh, and she thought to herself, I'm a ballerina. How hard could it be? All I had to do was point my toe up and balance, right? But alas, she was a bobblehead. Poor princess. How was she going to balance that tiara on that wobbly head of hers? So, she enlisted the help of a trainer. Now, this trainer talked all about groundwork. Groundwork? I wanted to be a queen. What kind of queen is on the ground? But Shiloh promised he would try his best. And they would work together. Shiloh and the ballerina danced together day after day, looking deep into each other's eyes. Well, she had to look at his one at a time. He had a really big head. Now, the ballerina finally understood. It isn't about the boots, or the hat, or even the tiara. It's the way of life, the love of the game, and the dance with your horse. Now, she wasn't just a ballerina cowgirl, but a cowgirl that could dance ballet. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, what is the moral of this story? Well, for me, the moral is, compromise doesn't mean both sides giving up a dream. It means dancing somewhere in the middle. Thank you.
K-U-R-S-A-R.
Shut up, Yvonne. K-U-R-S-A-R. If you want to spell it the right way. Milka's horse facts question is, where is a tread on a saddle?
A tread on a saddle is located on the stirrup. It's where the bottom of your foot goes.
Thank you. Milka's personality question is, what is your perfect vacation?
My perfect vacation would probably be going with my little sister to the ocean and riding our horses.
Milka's tack number is number 2.
These are Ramel reins. They're used so that you can use one hand on your horse, and you can use them as mostly for a direct bit.
Thank you, Milka. Let's hear it for our queen contestants.
Should I keep it going or what, yeah? So far announced it or what?
I haven't gotten word from the boss what to do next.
Yeah.
Michelle?